And I want to welcome everyone here to our Q&A on the last weekend of August for the August Virgin, La Virgen de Agosto. I'm Robert Rosenberg. I'm here representing Outsider Pictures, the North American distributor of the film. And just a little bit of business before we continue. If you haven't seen the film, you still have plenty of time to go online to our outsiderpictures.us site, and you can buy your virtual ticket through there, through any art house that's running it in the country that allows you to stream the film safely at home and also supports the art houses, which are mostly all closed right now. This is our final Q&A. We'll be posting it hopefully online as well. So if you have any friends who missed it, they'll be able to watch a recording of it. And a special thank you to the Tourism Office of Spain in the United States, who are sponsoring the US release of the August Virgin, even though they're not really promoting tourism to Madrid or to Spain right now. We can't fly there, but I'm supposed to say that one day soon, we will all be able again to come visit everybody in Madrid and Spain from the United States when the pandemic has died down. There is a Q&A box, the little icon at the bottom of your screen. If you want to send us questions, that's where you should do it, not in the chat box. And today we're going to be a little bit more free form. This is our second Q&A. So if you have questions anytime during this discussion, just put them in there and we'll refer to them. We'll go back and forth to your questions. And if anybody hasn't seen the film, we're going to try to avoid any spoilers, though since it's not a mystery or a thriller, there aren't really those kinds of spoilers. But if you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it, tell your friends about it. A big welcome now to the director and co-writer of the film, Jonás Trueba, and Itzazu Arana, the star and the co-writer of the film from Madrid. Thank you for being here with us today. So I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to try to do the questions a little bit mixed up. Today I wanted to talk about, not in a funny way, but it sounds funny, your relationship. Very often, traditionally in film, especially in Hollywood, there might be a male director and one particular actress, usually the case, the old-fashioned way, who's that director's muse. And they may not be in a real relationship, but Hitchcock and all of his blondes, there's kind of a traditional relationship. And you guys who are in a relationship in real life and are working partners are a little bit different in that it's also you co-wrote the script. I'm just wondering, do either of you look at the other one as your muse in creativity, tu musa?
What do you think?
I don't know.
He is my muse.
Yes, of course.
We have changed our...
Yes. I agree. First of all, I have to say that I speak a very bad English, and so
yes, we apologize.
Yeah, we are going to try to explain and to express our feelings, but maybe in a wrong way in sometimes.
In a
so
poor way, yeah.
Rob, you can correct us when you feel that
so don't avoid the question.
Okay.
Es una musa en español.
Una musa. Yes, of course. It's also no. I don't like this term, no, la musa, no, the muse, no. For me, it's not. I think it's not for me. That, of course, there is a lot of very good examples, no, in cinema history. You say some ones, but I think for us, no, it's like in other terms, no, it's like other thing. We have a lot of things in common, and we start to talk about life, about films, about theater, and then we start to work together. And for me, it's true that I'm the director, and I feel that I direct the film, but at the same time, I think I told you the other day, no, but that for me, Itxaso, it's not only the co-writer and also the star, no, the of the film, but also she's like another director in the shadow, because she's she's in the whole movie, and during the shooting, a lot of times I feel that she knows better than me what is happening in the shot, no? in the and that's incredible. That's amazing for me. It's like a great privilege.
And sometimes I think that I want him as an actor in my films. Because he's maybe a very good actor.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future, yeah.
We can
why
change.
Not?
We can. Yeah. For me, that will be great. No, being an actor and being directed by Itxaso. Yes.
Okay, so this is my one tourism office of Spain important question is Madrid itself as a city is really like a second character. It's almost really the co-star with you, Itxaso. And I'm wondering if you can talk about that. I know Jonás, you grew up there, and Itxaso, you moved there quite a while ago. Talk about the ways in which you wanted to portray Madrid, the way you used your favorite places as locations to shoot in, that kind of thing.
Jonás, a lot of times is known as a Madrilean, I don't know how to say it. Madrilean director, filmmaker, yeah. Because the way he shows the city in his films, it's a very human way of shooting it and of doing that portray in a very simple way. And we usually say that we do films with the places we like and the bars we love and the people we like. So if you see the film, I think that you are going to have an idea of our idea of Madrid, of our Madrid. And it's a very human and a very open city and very warm city, I think. Not because of the hot in summer, not only because of that. I think.
Yeah, but the real thing for me is that I was born in Madrid, and I don't know if this is good or bad. I think it's good. I think Madrid is a great city. It's a place that I love a lot. But I love Madrid, and at the same time I hate Madrid. And I think this is a feeling that all Madrilenians we are always talking about this, no? About our double sensation of hate and love. And
I think that's true for most big cities. The people who live in love and hate them.
Yeah, of course. But I think it's not easy to film, to shoot in Madrid and to film and capture the real thing of Madrid, the sensation, the essential atmosphere of Madrid. It's not easy for cinema, I think, because it's not like, for example, New York or LA or maybe even Barcelona, which is more beautiful than Madrid, of course. It's more like a real touristic place, city, and they have the sea and all of the old monuments and all of that. And Madrid is not really a very touristic city. I think it's more a city
for living.
For living, for living. And the only way I think we can capture the atmosphere of Madrid, it's being in place. It's like how do you say, como viviendo en ella, ¿no? For example, if I have to tell to a foreign friend what's the most important thing in Madrid, maybe I will say that it's the
light.
Yeah, the light, of
and
course,
the
air. Yeah, but most of all, the sensation of being here in the streets.
You don't know why, but you are very happy when you are in Madrid, and you don't know why, because it's a feeling.
This is a speech for the tourism office.
Yeah.
They've paid all of us so much.
Yeah, thank you.
There's a couple of related questions about Madrid and the places you shot that I want to get to. John asks, are you afraid that if you show your favorite places, they will become too busy and lose their charm?
Yeah, of course. This is very controversial.
It's happening sometimes with your films.
Sometimes happening, yes.
Yeah.
One time I make another movie, and it's very funny because there is a scene in the movie in a Chinese bar, very little restaurant that I love so much. And after the shooting and the premiere of the film, a lot of people start to ask me, where is this place? Where is this Chinese restaurant? I want to go there. And for me, it's like
it was a problem for you.
Yeah, it was a problem, but at the same time, it's beautiful, because maybe the best thing that I can hear for the audience, no, when I make a film, it's something like that, no, that, for example, a guy who told me that he want to go to this place, that, for example, that seeing the film, watching the film, suddenly he had been
when someone wants to be in the film
and visit the places of the film. Maybe this is for me the best compliment, no? I can say in that way.
Yes, no, of course. So there's one last question that's related to a particular location in the film, but it may give away a little bit too much of the plot. So I'll see how you want to answer this. What was the thinking about stalking the man on the bridge, the scene where Otsatsu first sees Vito's character?
Stalking?
Like cazando, like almost cazando, like looking at him, following him when she first meets him.
Okay.
She sees him standing there.
Okay.
What's the question?
Yeah, can you repeat?
So, what was the point? What did you try to? What were you thinking when you showed that she's watching him and looking at him, and what was that trying to signify for you guys in the movie?
Yeah, for us, I remember there is a lot of things. There is the viaducto. How do you say in English? The bridge.
This kind of bridge.
This kind of bridge is very famous here in Madrid, and it's also famous because a lot of people go there to kill himself.
Yeah.
That's a tragic
place.
We wouldn't know that, but I guess people in Madrid would be obvious that you chose that location. They would know that.
Yeah. And for us, I remember that
it's a very special place for us. We live very close to this bridge, and I don't know. For us, it was very important to present this character, this male main character, in this bridge, because when Neva meets this guy, I think that Deva is more close to his own desire. So she's able to go for it, to go for this man, this mysterious man, and maybe he doesn't know, or he doesn't want to, but she wants, and this is very important in the film, because the character has owned something, has win his own, her own her own desire, I think. So that's the reason why, no? Eva goes after this man.
That leads me to a question I've been having that we didn't get to last time. There's a kind of a parade, a group of mostly men, maybe even one woman who Eva meets. There's flirtations, there's exes, there's people that you get together with. I'm wondering, Itzatso, did you have any say in who the casting of these people were? There's that weird melding of you as a person, as an actor, and the character, and one wonders, are these people that you chose, where Jonas did it all on his own, and then you were like, I have to relate to them? I wonder how that went.
No, totally. We agreed it, because when we were writing the script, we were thinking about those particular actors.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of times, those the character and the character name and the actor name is the same. So they are our friends, and they are very, very close to us. It's people we love and we know very well. And we knew that it was going to be a pleasure to work with them. The way Jonas does his films is very familiar. It's very, I don't know, the atmosphere is very kind and very...
Yeah, we like to work with friends. They are good actors, of course, but first of all, I think they are our friends, and this is very important. And I hope that you feel this friendship during watching the film.
Well, that leads to this other question we had last time, is you watch the film and you begin to wonder how much of Itzatso's character, Eva, is Itzatso, and how much is fictional, how much of this is things, Jonas, that maybe you went through with another person or with Itzatso. You just sort of, that mixing up of fiction and reality. And I'm wondering what extent it is inspired by real life or not.
I think that it's a mix between Jonas and me and the other people of the film. So of the cast. Yeah. Obviously, Eva is very, very close to me, but I think that when you do a film with him, the film shows you another way of seeing yourself. So it's me, but it's something more than me. It's something, I think, that more brave or better than me, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
So you have more to say? Go. Jonas.
No.
So there's a question on a completely different topic from Marilyn. It was interesting to get the philosophical opening. Did Stanley Cavell spark the idea for the film of a woman becoming self-possessed?
Self-possessed. Okay, Anita.
Yes. I've been reading a lot of books from Stanley Cavell and also from Emerson, your American transcendentalism philosopher. No sé cómo decir. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that Emerson it's famous. It's a lot very most famous there in the United States than here in Spain. But I know him because of my lectures, my readings of Stanley Cavell. And usually when we start to think in a new movie, usually there is a lot of
references?
A lot of references, not also our conversations and maybe some songs or something like that. But for me it's very important that the books and things that I've been reading before, and then finally when we shoot the film, for me it's important to put all these reference of all these lectures in the film,
to show them.
Yeah, to show them, to share them with the audience. For me, this is interesting, and because usually I think that maybe other filmmakers they catch the reference and they how do you say, and they las ocultan, no? They
hide them.
Yeah, they hide them. But I prefer to share them, to put this reference in the film, in the scenes, no, in the dialogues, and it's important because Stanley Cavell, for me it's very how do you say, inspirador. He inspired me a lot because he always write about he loved cinema, and he write a lot of books and a lot of articles about films and about the power of cinema, and he says something that for me it's amazing and beautiful, that he said that maybe cinema can do philosophy sometimes better than philosophy. Because when you make a film, you present different characters, human beings, and all of his manner, his behavior, and his manner, his way to be in the world, in life, yeah. and this is philosophy. Maybe.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
As long as we're on this sort of higher.
Sorry, I talk a lot. It's very complex.
Okay, we have it's a related question, because in a sense about philosophy in the film, from Antonia. She says, I love how the film gave space to both the religious and New Age paths. And what was the intention or motive for doing that?
Mm-hmm. Yes. We usually say that in Spain we have a very Catholic heritage, but this character in particular is like is looking for her own kind of faith in life, in herself, in her friends, in her city. So in that way, she knows other people, and she shares about her doubts and her doubts with them, and in that way she meets that New Age friends. But it's a way to look for that, her own faith, her own way of beliefs. Yeah, believing in something that maybe it's not the Catholic official way, but she's looking for the stars, or she's looking for the moon, or some. She's looking for her own answers.
Maybe Antonia noticed.
Antonia
noticed that there is a scene in particular that for me it's very interesting to think in all these things. Is the scene that when Eva is in her house, and there is like a
Reiki.
No, la procesión, digo.
Okay.
There is like, how do you say in English, una procesión religiosa?
Like an apparition?
Apparition.
It's not apparition. It's when it's in the.
Antonio was saying the orb, like El Globo. I don't know what either of you are referring to now in the movie. So
no, but there is a scene. For me, it's in the middle of the film. It's in the 7th day of August.
The parade, the procession in the street.
Yes, the parade. Yeah, yeah. There is that parade, no, in the street, and she is in the balcony in her house, and I always think that there's a kind of magic for her in the street with these people, but for me it's obvious that the character
wouldn't go out to the street with the parade.
Yeah, of course, but at the same time there is a kind of emotion in her at the same time, and I think that's the key, no, for the movie and all this all stuff of Catholical heritage, and there is a confusion. There's a confusion in us and in the character, for the character, I think.
So a lot of reviewers have pointed out that usually coming of age films kind of take the late teenage years into your 20s. And by the time you're in your early 30s, as the character is, as you guys are, usually you don't have this sort of drifting, not knowing who you are, coming of age. So it's a little unusual to have that combination, which also reminds me of the conversation we had about your influences besides Romer, Richard Linklater, and he's kind of a classic of that coming of age film. And I'm wondering, did you purposely say, I want to do a coming of age film about a woman who's confused in her early 30s, or that fit who you were? What was the genesis of that? How did that come about?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same state we are, so we wanted to be honest about it. So yes, we wanted to do a portrayal of a very, very specific moment in our life, and we wanted to be honest, and we have a lot of doubts about our economy, our opinions, our way to stay in our world, and I think that it wasn't a previous idea. Like I want to do a coming of age about a woman in her 30s. No, we wanted to do a portrait, and
and I hope that the film is not only seen like a coming of age film, but also
it's okay for us.
Yeah, it's okay for us, but for me it's more a film about a woman. Of course, it's about a woman with 33 years old, which is a very specific
topics.
Edad, no? Age. Yeah, but I like a lot when for example, an older woman told me that she loves the movie.
She was identified with the character.
Yes.
Because I think that you don't have to be in your 30s to feel identified with the character, because I think that we try to speak about a nature or a moment in our life that you want to be better than you already are. You want to make a change. And you have to, you can make a change in I don't know, in other ages.
Of course,
and with a moment when you start to doubt, no, to make some question to your own, to your own
mind.
Yes.
Well, do you think? I mean, I agree with you that it is universal, and I identify with it that way. But do you think it's a very European, or maybe even a Spanish idea, that you could take the whole month of August and drift through it? And I think some Americans really have a hard time imagining that you could unplug from life at any age beyond your early 20s and just drift through the summer discovering the city and yourself. I think that's more of a European idea than it is an American idea.
Maybe. It's very interesting.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But
I love the way you say unplugged your life. It's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unplugged your life. Like
yeah.
Maybe it's an European thing. You don't have holidays there?
Yeah, people don't take off the whole month, whole month like that. They do not.
Maybe it's a Mediterranean dream or something, no?
Yeah, I mean, people here imagine, can I have a 4-day weekend and that's my and I'll stay home and that's my staycation and I don't go out. So I think it is a wonderful idea, but it seems, could it be only, I mean, do you know people who have done that, drifted through Madrid for the August? Was that an imaginary idea or something that you know about or have done?
Yes, we have a lot of friends that are artists, and here when you work in arts, you have a very difficult economic life, but you have time. So sometimes I don't know.
But at the same time, when you work in an artistic
profession,
you are always working at the same time, and you don't have holidays. But for example, my uncle, she's a teacher, and she has the whole vacation. 3 months of vacations, for example. No, I think a lot of people have holidays, but holidays sometimes.
That means
a
disconnection,
and at the same time another obligations with family and maybe traveling
and the obligation of having fun sometimes,
and being a tourist and being tourist and all of that, and it's not so easy. I know that to have time to restart, to start again
in your own city.
Yeah, and to think about your profession, your work.
Yeah.
And I know that's a big privilege. And maybe the film in this way it's a little bit idealistic, but I don't care. For me, it's important that films, they are not maybe so realistic, but more idealistic. No, for me, films, cinema in general, it's like that. No, it's like an idealistic way of thinking life.
We also had a comment that in at least many European countries, or most, you really do get 30 days of vacation, whereas here people might get 5-10 days of vacation, 2 weeks. So it's a very different situation. Very different subject. The film, the dialogue, everything seems so natural, and everybody wonders how much is scripted, how much is improvisation, how much you change on the set when the both of you were there saying it's also saying the words, because it seems very naturalistic in that very sort of Richard Linklater kind of way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, as we said the other day in the Q&A, we kept the script quite open during the shooting, but we didn't do any improvisation. It's not like the official term of improvisation. We usually have a lot of conversations about the situation, the fictional situation, and then we agree what we are going to say. But a lot of times it's very close to the shooting, what we agree,
Mm-hmm. Yes, we like also to write the final scenes, maybe the day before.
It's quite scary too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, what are we going to shoot tomorrow?
Yeah.
Not always, but sometimes.
Yeah, I need brave actors for do that, no? But we work in a very small crew, with a very small crew and a very small cast, and we know each other very well, and we know this kind of way of work, no, this kind of and it's funny to do in that way, no, to keep the screenplay open, because sometimes it's maybe it's a little bit boring, no, to shoot the same thing that you write maybe 1 year or 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And then you are doing the same thing that you think that you write. That's a sad idea for me. I prefer to work with fresh material, with in the moment, trying to capture the ideas of the actors, the ideas that you have in nature, in the day that you are shooting. This is our way to work, but for us is the best way, is the most natural way.
Of course. So I have one more important question. Is some explanation that you want to give for the title of the movie, which I still find, having watched the whole film and talked about it twice with you guys, it's still so mysterious or ambiguous what the title means. And what were you trying to say when you gave it that title?
We have the title before.
Yeah. Before everything. Before starting the adventure.
Yeah, in a way, in some way, we can say that we have the title, and then we write the movie. We do a first draft, and
in Spain is too. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and the title in Spanish, for example, in Spanish, when you say La Virgen de Agosto, for me, you have there the two
meanings,
the two more important questions in the film, no? That kind of virgin, that it's not the idea of the Virgin Mary. It's not that. It's more that a character that it's trying to look things
for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time in a virginal way. And at the same time you have August, that it's the sensation, it's the whole meaning, no? It's the structure of the film, because it's a film diary, and
we usually say that it's a very big title for a very tiny film. Yes, because in Spanish super strong. And of course, when you say virgin, you think about Virgin Mary. But it was a play there. It was I don't want to say a joke, because it's not, but a little bit. It was some kind of humor about that kind of mystical images that comes when you hear the title, and a very small film and a very simple character that you don't know what's happening with her, but she has these attitudes about seeing her own city and herself in a very virginal, for the first time way.
But you, Rob, for example, you think that it's a good title in English? It sounds well for you, the August Virgin?
It's purposely ambiguous, so it purposely is mysterious.
Yeah, that's the same in Spain, eh?
Yeah. So my next question. Oh wait, there was questions. Oh well, this is a question that would give away the one last twist in the film, so I can't ask that question because I don't want to do it. But Marilyn says, "I love the title. I didn't find it ambiguous because I'm not Christian." So I think people take the title in different kinds of ways.
Yeah, the same for me.
So last question, I love the music in the film. And if you had a chance, we did a Spotify playlist that was taken from a lot of the musicians in the film, kind of a Te Amo Madrid playlist. And I discovered, I did not know the singer Soleá Morente, who performs and acts a little bit in the film. Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with her, how you got her into the film? And this audience may not know her whole family of musicians.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was, first of all, I was a fan of her, and I was I don't know, I like a lot her songs and her, how do you say, letras?
Lyrics.
Lyrics, because I think that she was very close to Eva and to her way of being in the world and seeing the others and her doubts about love, and it's very romantic, and I love her.
Yeah, for me, Soleá, she's always searching her place in the world, no? And that sounds for me very familiar. She's always searching her own voice, because she's the daughter of a very famous flamenco singer here in Spain, Enrique Morente. And yeah, and I have a very strong identification with her, and of course we are fans of her music. And she's very brave, valiente.
Brave.
She's very brave because she's always trying to trying things with different musicians, with different styles of music also. Not only flamenco, also about with rock and pop music. And she's not afraid of nothing with the music. And
I like the song that you chose, I guess, to have her be singing in the street, and it's kind of over the final credits. Todavía tengo tiempo seems almost like the theme song. Like, I still have time. I still have time to define my life, to find out who I am, and it sort of seems the theme of the movie. So, final question. This is last question. What are your plans in terms of new films, new projects, new theater that you want to be doing?
I'm shooting right now serie?
A
TV show. Sorry.
No, TV show? No.
Yes, a TV show.
Series.
Yeah, show here in Madrid, and then I'm going to be an actress in a French production of theater, a theater production. So I'm studying a lot here in our house, and I'm screaming all the time. No, and I'm happy for that, and that's all. And you?
Yeah, I have a couple of screenplays and a lot of ideas of new films, but I don't know, because now everything changed, with the pandemic, with the coronavirus situation, and that affects me, of course. I think this is stuff, this new situation, this new reality transform our perception of things, and I don't know, I suppose I have to work like I usually do, but at the same time maybe I have to be calm and wait and wait things to come, and maybe naturally, and maybe I will know what's the next movie I can do.
Great. Well, thank you both for coming to our virtual Q&A, and stay safe and sound in Madrid with all your projects. And thank you for everyone for joining us. And this is the end of our Q&A for La Virgen de Agosto, and make sure you see it if you haven't. Thank you. And people are saying thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, people. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. And thank you to Paul Hudson and everything and everyone there. Good luck.